Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be building and reviewing these sets. We'll also be placing them in the Lego room, and we're officially revealing the telephone box. Let's start with the LEGO Ideas Red London telephone box. This set here has 1,460 pieces. It's going to retail for $115 US starting on February 1st. Not bad. I think it looks pretty cool if you're into telephone boxes, I guess, which are huge, obviously, in London. I can't say that there's very many telephone boxes in Edmonton that look like this, but this is a pretty cool build. It's quite sizable as well. The entire vignette measures 19.5 centimeters or 7.5 inches wide, and then it's 31 centimeters or 12 inches tall. So it's quite sizable, and it also has a light brick inside. The packaging looks pretty fresh there, doesn't it? Look at right underneath the title of it. So Red London telephone box, but the underline is funny. It's like the phone cord. I think that's such a cool little detail. And this is the 55th LEGO Idea set. The greebling on the bottom here looks really nice with all the different part types there to create an interesting pattern for the base. Then you got some nice flowers there in the flower pot. And this lamppost here looks very detailed as well, like a really nice Technic build with some gold accents and some flowers up here as well. The shade for it, or the top of it, just looks really nice too. Now this set does have a little bit of a backdrop as well. You can see the fence here. Looks like an interesting Technic / system build. You can see some of the bar elements there and some of the Technic pieces that connect all that with like the gold spikes on top, and that's sitting on this little masonry wall in the dark tan there. So not bad. The interior details of the telephone box look pretty cool as well. Looks like there's going to be a combination of stickers in there, and it looks like there's some references to some other Lego sets like Jazz Live. Also the typewriter and tea time, and I think these pieces up top here, telephone and also the crown, those are probably print pieces, I would imagine. And then there's some nice detailing with the windows and the window glass, and then these nice grill elements in red going around, sort of framing the whole thing. I find this pretty funny though. Look on the left side here, Build More Road. I like that, but that sticker is crooked. You notice that? Look, the sticker's crooked. So these are the official images that were sent to me early by Lego. So thank you so much, Lego. So we can officially reveal this here today on January 16th. I've got some more images that we can flip through here to take a look at some more details, such as, look at that. There's a little telephone book in the inside there, which is detailed with a sticker. There's also the coin return right there. I like this angle though. That's nice. You can see all the greebling on the bottom there. Oh, also this detail here. There's like the arch and then whatever these poles are. I like the top of it here too. It's got like those really nice curved slopes, giving it a smooth finish, and it's sort of domed. And you can see that 1x1 circular piece there. That's going to be what activates the light brick within. Here's a different angle of the telephone box, and you can get a better visual of that door. And in these next images here, you can see some of the interior details a little bit better as well. Please be brief with the write-up of all the rules. There's a hats advertisement. Once again, the typewriter, the jazz, and tea time. And then also help. There's like the emergency numbers there. Oh, so it looks like some things might actually be interchangeable. So it looks like it's a couple different telephone boxes. See, this is the telephone there, like it represents maybe like an old school one or something, and then maybe you can change it to the newer one. Oh, very neat. And it looks like you can change up the advertisements as well. Look, your ideas here, Lego Ideas, call 7810, and then you can visit Legoland. There's another crooked sticker there. That's funny. And then there's also the double-decker bus, so big city sightseeing. That's interesting though. You're able to actually change out what type of telephone box it is and change out the advertisements. These images here will give us a better idea of how large this telephone box actually is. Like you can compare it to the top of the stool there. This is quite tall. Like quite tall. Indeed. It's what, once again, like a ruler. So 30 centimeters or 12 inches tall. And I like this. Look at that. They're putting their phone there. You can use it as a phone stand. Oh, that's cool. Why not? You put your phone there, maybe have this by your desk or something, and then you can just store your phone away so you're not looking at it while you're building. That's awesome. Okay, that's a good idea. That's a clever use of this set, I think. So what do you think of the LEGO Ideas telephone box? Let me know by commenting below. I personally think that It looks really clean. There's a lot of great ideas there. I'm sure the build of it will be fantastic, just like a nice system build. And there's a lot of little Easter eggs with the sticker details, which is pretty cool. And I think that light brick is integrated quite nicely as well. All right, let's continue with some other Lego sets in the Lego room. The first thing I actually want to take care of is this bridge. So I got some feedback in the comment section of my last video saying that these arches are blocking the water. They are. So I've got a couple different options. I can use this arch. That'll probably work. And just change it to one arch. That's what I'm going to do. Or I could continue to use this arch, but just center it and then have some masonry on either side of that. But I think this arch is going to give us the clearance. I think that might... No, it's not going to raise up the bridge any higher either. If I wanted to increase the size of the arch in general, I could use 2 of these other arches, I guess. So I could use these ones as well. Let's see, like these ones. So use 2 of those. Or I could use 2 of these as well. But I think these ones are going to be pretty easy to work with. There we go. Now the bridge is all fixed up. That makes sense. Now the water can actually flow underneath it. And if somebody's on a little boat or something, they might make it underneath the bridge. But they also might smash their head on the bridge. But I do like that improvement. It's much better. Somebody was mentioning that maybe I should put the bridge at an angle. Could do that, but then it wouldn't fully adapt to studs, so I'd have to use like jumpers. Maybe it'll change when I continue developing this area. The next set that I want to have a look at is an absolute beauty. It's Lightning McQueen from Cars 2. It's official Lego set 8484. And this one actually came out in 2011 with 242 pieces. Not bad, hey? It's actually a decent size, and it's Lightning McQueen. You also get his little friend right here, which helps him out in the pit stops or at the tire shop. And this is Guido. He's got the flag there, 95. That's a large sticker element. It is only single-sided. His eyes are actually a print piece. I bought this one like semi-used from the brick bin in Calgary. It came in a bag, but it's weird because it had its original bag and the original instruction manual. However, it didn't have a box. The pieces were divided into 2 bags that were sealed from Lego. And you want to see something weird? I got the wrong mouthpiece. I got 2 of the same mouthpiece. I don't know if I'm going to be able to order that from Bricks and Pieces, but this one is supposed to be like a mirror of that, so it looks like he's smiling. It still sort of works out, but still, I wish I got the right print pieces. These are also print pieces. Pretty cool. You got Lightning McQueen's eyes, and then the rest is all stickers. Now, I wanted to build this one, but I actually let Mrs. Bricksie build it because she beat me in a game of rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, I got some nice tires there. It's mounted using Technic axles through a Technic brick. This is at a really cool angle. You can see that's actually held in place by a Technic axle on either side as well. Got some more stickers. This is the Lightning McQueen vehicle from Cars 2. So it actually has the World Grand Prix stickers on the back as well. And then it's powered by ethanol, which is like that fuel that they use in Cars 2. I actually watched Cars 2 for the very first time just the other day. I do like the gold rims that it comes with. It's a pretty rock solid build. One thing that I don't like about it is that gap. So it looks good like this, but then when you come overhead, you can see the gap between the eyes on the hood there. I could maybe put a tile on those studs or just a plate on those studs by his eyes, and that might help fill in that gap. Now, I didn't build this, but I did double check Mrs. Bricksie's work, and I'm pretty sure it's built exactly how the instructions say. I actually pulled apart everything. Like I pulled off his eyes, which are just held in place by a connector piece there, and I pulled this off just to make sure the stud alignment and everything was correct, and it was. So yeah, just that gap sort of bothers me, but maybe it was built wrong. I don't think so, though. So I always reference brickset.com, and this is where I log my collection as well. And I was scrolling down, having a look at the listings on eBay. Look at that.
I don't know what it's selling for on Bricklink, but wow. I scooped this up for $50 from the brick bin, but it is unfortunate because it did come with one of the wrong print pieces. Oh, and that actually brings up another thing that I don't really like about this set. The overhang on the hood. You see that like little half stud overhang there? I just don't think that hood piece looks very good, and that's built correctly too. You can see right there on the instruction manual. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that either. Next up, we have the Lego Harry Potter Expecto Patronum with 754 pieces. This one retails for $70 US. I would try to get it on sale. I think I got mine 20 or maybe even 30% off, and that's why I had to spring on it because it's actually pretty cool. You can build Lupin's Wolf Patronus Charm or Harry's Stag Patronus Charm, and each one comes with a separate instruction manual. Now, I only built the Stag, so I'm not sure how many leftover pieces you're left with the Wolf, but I'd assume it's a pretty good percentage, just like the Stag was. Comes with 2 minifigs. We've got Harry, who comes with some pretty cool arm print detailing on his torso. And then we also have Lupin, who's got a wicked head. His other face is him turning into a werewolf. Harry has an alternate face as well, where he's a little bit more serious. I like the mud on his shirt. And then that wand element. I've never seen that before. I'm sure it's not new, but I've never seen it before, I don't think. I like the fact that you can position those minifigures above the Expecto Patronum print piece on the base where your Patronus Charm sits. The color of it is bright light blue, and then there's also some of those trans blue elements mixed in as well. Pretty cool build. The legs can articulate in 2 places, so at the knee or at the hip, I guess. And I like the foot there with the trans blue pieces as well, like the modified 1x1s with the tooth. I think it's a good combination of the transparent pieces and also like the solid pieces. I like this color. It's almost like a trans opal. It's pretty neat, and you've got the horns up there. The body's a pretty interesting build as well. It was like pretty much all brackets in there. And then once you build the bracket core, you cover that with plates, curved slopes, cheese slopes, etc., just to shape the body. There's also like a little bit of a tail back here, and the hind legs can also articulate in the same places. I like the base for it as well. You've just got some details down there and also the black stand. And I just think that this is a great display piece that's going to match up with some of the other display style Harry Potter sets. Next up, we have the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Space Astronaut. It has 647 pieces, retails for $55. So you can build 3 different things. We've got like this puppy dog in the spacesuit, also the spaceship, and then the main build, which in my opinion is probably the best. That is the Space Astronaut. You get the space logo on the top right. Sort of like the brand that they've been doing this year, and then some other images on the back. Stand included, which I really like. And of course, I've got this bad boy built. This thing is so cool. This is one of the better 3-in-1 sets that I've built in a while. I really enjoyed the build. And I also like the end product. I like the stand. The fact that it comes with a stand is an added bonus. The astronaut can stand on his own as well. It does not require to be on this, but it puts him at that really cool angle. And also you can sort of play around with the different points of articulation in this build. So his feet can articulate. At the hips he can articulate. Also his whole body can rotate. And then it's very easy to remove him from the stand, as this is just like one of those modified like Technic pieces in the back that has like the axle on the end, and that just slides into this piece right here. And when you remove him, you can sort of get a closer look at his body. A nice print piece, the hosing running down the side of his body, and also his fingers, which are really neat. However, there is only 4 of them. They can like grip onto the joystick right here, which is on his backpack, which you can actually remove very easily as well. And the different pieces on the backpack will actually articulate as well because they're on ball joints, and you can rotate at the shoulder joint and also the elbow. So yeah, lots of different points of articulation there. His backpack is pretty big, pretty neat though, right? And you can actually remove that just by grabbing this and pulling it off. the clips right there, they go into like those modified 1x2s in the back. And then something that I really like about the astronaut is the fact that you can actually open up this really cool gold dome here. You can just flex this forward, and that's going to allow you to gain access to this. And you can open that up, and there's a little seat right there. So we can put a minifigure inside the astronaut. So you can just sit in there, looking all angry. We can enclose him in there, and boom, he just became the driver of this astronaut. And here it is, standing on its own. Just gotta make sure we get his feet and legs articulated properly there. And then we have the astronaut standing on his own. I like it better on the stand just because it's at like that really neat angle. And putting the accessory of the backpack back on, once again, pretty easy. Just flip it around, line up those clips with the modified 1x2s, attach that, and then get his hands and everything articulated properly so it lines up with the different accessories on his backpack. There's also the print piece right there, which is a 2x2 slope. You got some lights up here on his helmet and also on the backpack in some different colors. Just overall, a real cool build. Creator 3-in-1 builds are always fun. I'm definitely not going to take mine apart to attempt to build the other ones. I'm just going to leave it as the astronaut, just because I think that's definitely the best variety from this set. And there we go. The Creator 3-in-1 astronaut. Once again, $55, not too bad, with 647 pieces. The last one that we're going to have a look at today is the LEGO Star Wars AT-TE Walker with 1,082 pieces. This bad boy retails for $140. It's got that nice high price point, just like most LEGO Star Wars sets, because of that license, I think. But it comes with some sick minifigures. Finally, we've got a clone Commander Cody, also 3 2/12 clone troopers, a 2/12 clone gunner, 3 battle droids, also a dwarf spider droid. This thing's pretty cool. I like the legs, some great part usage there with the battle droid torsos, the large cannon on the top there, and I like the part usage for the antenna as well. It does have the clear brick there on the bottom, so you can sit it flat and get those legs positioned properly. I don't know why it took me so long to build this thing. Actually, I think the main reason is because my LEGO Star Wars shelves are pretty full and I don't really have a spot for it. But I guess we're going to try and find one today. Here's the walker. This thing's cool. First thing I've got to say is I love the handle. Yeah. Love the fact that they included the handle so you can actually move around, or move it around quite easily. So that's cool. There's also this massive blaster on the top here, which can spin 360 degrees. Yeah, that's sweet. This thing has lots of firepower, of course. We've got 4 forward-facing cannons there, and then 2 cannons on the back, and all of these can rotate, because they're on like the ball turret pieces. I will say, though, that the build was rather repetitious, because, of course, this leg is the same on the other side, and then the hind legs and front legs were pretty much the same builds as well. And then this panel pretty much matches that panel, and this panel pretty much matches the other panel. Some nice sticker detailing on this set, and there is some pretty good accessibility as well. For example, you can open this. This one doesn't have a huge range of motion. It's sort of hard to get in there and see some of those details, but you can very easily flex this panel outward like that as well. You can do the same on the other side, and then you can eventually remove this piece right here, so you can put your minifigures on there and then position them in the inside. For details in there, there's like a crate. You can see there's a crate right there. On the opposite side of that, there's a little mini build with a bracket and has 2 of the mine print pieces on it. But beyond that, nothing too crazy in the inside. The build was pretty much all Technic, and then you build these panels, of course, and position them to sort of cover up the Technic core, just like most LEGO Star Wars sets. The back can open up as well. You can see there is a point of connection right there. You've got the clip pieces going into like those ratchet connectors. So then it sort of gives it a little bit of resistance, and you can sort of pop it open just like that. And then this will hinge downward, and this one will hinge upward, so you can get right in there and see some of the details. There are 5 seats in this one, because of course, there's that little seat right there as well with the control panel, and these can once again hinge open as well. So you can open it right up. because these, with the slopes, they just lock right into these modified corner tiles or plates there and close up the body. Yeah, pretty cool. This is actually my first ATTE walker. I don't have any of the older ones, so I'm glad to have it as part of my collection. I think my favorite part about it is the fact that, once again, it has that handle. I just think that's so cool. I like the way that the feet sort of dangle there as well, and the legs. Pretty neat. And then we have the front position here as well. So there's actually a section right here which is held in place by a Technic axle, and we can remove that. Yeah, this is one of the coolest parts about this build, I think. We can just take this and pull it out. There's a bit of resistance because, once again, there's actually an axle right in there that goes into this brick with the axle hole, but there's another seat right there. And this is a pretty neat build. You've got some brackets on the bottom there, and then some plate and some tiles, and also some of the window glass. And that, of course, matches up with the window glass here as well. And then there's the like the modified bricks there and the rail pieces that slide right in and sort of keep it in line with that Technic axle, and then it just sort of pops right back in place. We can put a minifigure in there so you can actually see him through the window glass, and then you can put minifigures all throughout this thing. A really solid construction. You can see the Technic base of it there, or core, and those legs. Pretty neat build. I'm happy that I finally built it, that's for sure. Well, I think it makes a ton of sense to place the Creator 3-in-1 astronaut beside all of my NASA sets. That's perfect. On top of my parts, there's some pretty epic Lego Harry Potter sets, so I decided to put Expecto Patronum between all of those. We've got the Hogwarts Castle, Expecto Patronum, and then the Hogwarts Express. With the addition of Lightning McQueen and Guido, once again, my Disney shelves are becoming rather full, but I think they look pretty good right down here with some of the other miniature stuff, and beside another Cars 2 set. As mentioned, it's going to be a little bit harder to place the ATTE walker because my Star Wars shelves are looking pretty full. I've got it on the ground right there for now, and it's like, oh, where am I going to go? Maybe I should just keep it there. Maybe I should just build a giant battle on the floor right here. That would be cool, but no. There's a little bit of a space open right there. Oh, Galaxy's Edge Coca-Cola. I'm going back to Galaxy's Edge ASAP in Disneyland. I'm so excited. It could go right there beside the Imperial Light Cruiser, or it could go right over here by the Star Destroyer because those are actually duplicate sets. I have ATTEs up here, and that set is on display, so those are actually duplicates that I need to maybe just part out or sell. Hey, look at that. There's a dwarf spider droid and a spider droid. It's a cool set. I don't really like the look of the sets up there, though. I think they need to be a little bit bigger and go right to the ceiling. I need to get some taller stuff, plus having the Jedi Starfighter with hyperdrive right there beside a parrot doesn't really make sense, and that should be on display. So I do need to tinker with these displays a little bit. Also, my Hogwarts Castle is right over here. That doesn't really make sense. And then I've got some non-Lego stuff right down there. However, it is Baby Grogu, so I'm okay with that. But it's beside some alarm clocks. Maybe I should just put it there. Move Grogu, move those alarm clocks, and put it there. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. This is for all the people that say, hey, how do you manage the dust in your Lego room? How do you keep it so dust-free? Well, it turns out I'm not doing a very good job of that. But it seems like the bottom shelves get a lot dustier just because there's foot traffic walking back and forth all the time. But yeah, I need to go through and just vacuum that up. I just grab my Dyson and vacuum the bottom shelves, remove the sets, vacuum it all up, and grab my Swiffer and just dust all the sets while I'm at it, because guaranteed that thing is dusty. So yeah, it's not all spotless in here, that's for sure. I wish it was, but there's no way of 100% controlling that. Grogu's still going to greet me when I come into the Lego room, so that's good. That's where he used to hang out. But there we go. That's where the ATTE walker is. And I still can display the massive alarm clocks. Woohoo! My most prized possessions. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I do need to go through and dust all the shelves. But like I mentioned, the ones higher up, it's not going to be nearly as bad. Like there's no no dust there really. Just the ones on the bottom just get so dusty, especially when you consider the fact that I've got animals. Like they just come through here and stir up all the dust and all the dog hair, and it just gets put onto these shelves. Like I recently cleaned this one when I moved this stuff. I cleaned it. So that's like a month worth of dust. Yeah, there's no preventing it, really. I do have an air purifier, and when I get the warehouse, I'm probably going to buy like 2 more of those air purifiers that can do massive amounts of space, and I'm going to have that area, I hope, really clean. And I'm going to have nothing on the ground at the new place, and I'm going to have one of those robotic vacuums going around like once or twice a day removing dust, and I think that's going to help like in a crazy way. But there we go, everybody. Just wanted to let you know about the new telephone box coming out, and also build some sets and place them here in the Lego room. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the very near future, and farewell.